The gyrations of these puppets are menacing and dangerous.
This is the morning stream. Game over, man. Game over.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the morning stream for Monday, December 20th, 2021. 5 days till Christmas. Excited?
That's right.
You excited for Christmas, Brian?
I'm always excited for Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas!
Christmas.
Was it Taylor or Carter that pronounced it like that?
Taylor, and now Van does, which is pretty cute. But if you have him say the full Christmas tree, he says chemistry, is what he says.
Chemistry. Nice. Yeah. Excellent. Better living through Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'll point to one and go, what's that? And he'll go, chemistry. And I'm like, yep, straight up chemistry. And in a way, he's right. It's all chemicals in the end of the day.
It's true. Yeah, he's not wrong. I mean, you go far enough down the chain, it's chemistry.
It's all atoms and protons and all kinds of bullshit. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. We're starting late today. It won't matter to listeners at home probably because you just get the show when you get it. But
right.
I was getting a booster shot this morning, and they thought they could get me in early, so I went in at 8 o'clock. And turns out whoever told me that was wrong. They could not get me in early. But I did have the first appointment at 9. But then they were still kind of slow at 9 to get things open and done and whatever. And then a guy cut in front of me, and that made it take longer. But then I finally got in, and the lady did it, and it didn't hurt at all. I've never had a shot like that where it didn't hurt. Like, nope, nothing.
Wow.
Didn't even notice it. It was just like, oh.
That's crazy. Even my... they're really good at it. Still hurt when they give me the booster.
Yeah, I don't know if
all
it's...
three of these shots, for whatever reason, hurt.
And that second one did hurt. First one, I don't remember. Second one hurt. This one, nothing. And then a flu shot a couple weeks ago. My flu shot hurt like mad. It was bad. So.
I wonder if you've just gotten better at not flexing or tensing up, because they say that's what makes it hurt, right? Is that you're like, oh, here comes the shot, and you tense up.
Oh, maybe I'm getting used to it. That could be.
Maybe.
I've had to do, various blood things recently in the last year or so, and maybe it's made me immune to this sort of thing. But
could be.
Anyway, we'll see. She said, hey, your first 2 shots leave you in any kind of mess? I said, nope. She goes, well, you'll probably breeze through this one. That's what we usually find.
Cool.
So we'll see if I breeze through it or not. I don't know. I think that doesn't say good things about my immune system is what that says. It says that I don't. My immune system's like, I can't be bothered. Go ahead, just you're fine. I'm not going to react to this. Whereas yours, you had a nice flu-like 12-hour reaction. Yeah.
It was right. It was like 12 hours or 6 hours the first time or after shot number 2, but like 12 hours for the booster. It was crazy.
12's a lot.
Oh, AV Tech John says, World Health Organization, stay at the place where you get vaccinated for at least 15 minutes afterwards, just in case you have an unusual reaction, so health workers can help you.
Yeah. Well, it's a grocery store. What are they going to do? Have the guy from the meat counter?
Well, my grocery store made me do it, even though I went 5 minutes into the frozen food section and then just left me a different door.
I guess what I'm saying is I think I'm in just as quick of a take care of its position here if I have a reaction if I was there. Because there it's just like, what are they going to do? Seriously, the guy, hey, where's Bill?
Right, exactly. Oh, let me get Bill and meat to come over and help.
Get him, tell him to slice that ham later. We got a guy he's in shock.
Bill sat through our CPR video. I think he'd be able to help you.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess it varies, but made us all super late today, and I don't know what's up with that. Hey, that John, not John Smith. Why did I call him that?
It's not John Smith.
John
Wilson, I thought.
Wilson.
John Wilson?
It is John Wilson. How to with John Wilson. I just wanted to pop in here quick and just say that HBO show, which is in its second season now, we're like 3-4 episodes in. Mm-hmm. Great. It's great.
It's so good. It's such a dry humor show based on what he says and the videos that he picks to go along with it. And
his B-roll is second to nobody's.
It really is.
For real. Like, how does he get all that stuff and then have stuff to say about it? But if you're looking for a good time, that's definitely one to check out. And this new season hasn't had anybody pulling their wiener in different directions. So that's good.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. That we had dude strapped to a bed with a pulley system.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I have a feeling like... maybe that episode not got him in trouble, but it's very traditional HBO where they're just like, look what we can do or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I think the show maybe is a little more mainstreamy because of Max as a streaming service, and maybe they cut back a little bit. I don't know.
Or they're just saving it for episode 8.
Yeah, it could be. Still more to come. It's really fantastic, you guys. You should watch it. Also, I was at a CVS, totally different reasons. We were trying to get, so this whole weekend has been snipe an appointment and get a booster and be done with this before we got to see family and stuff. That's been the goal.
Yeah.
And every time we try, we fail. The first time was actually scheduled, and then they turned me away because I was in the middle of antibiotic run. I'm done with that now as a Friday, so all bets are off. I'm like, let's just get one. So we're in a CVS because they have on their website, CVS sucks, man. On their website, it says, we offer walk-in whatever things. You go in there, well, we don't offer that. I'm like, well, your website says you do. And
nobody does. You all have to go online and get an appointment everywhere.
That's what I thought. But CVS has all this messaging that's completely contrary to what's in the store. And so that just means they suck and can't coordinate themselves.
Yeah.
So I was there for just a couple of minutes. And one of the people working behind the counters there, and I swear to you, I read this right. I couldn't take a picture because it's a guy standing there. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But this guy's name was Gordon Shizapoo on his tag. Gordon was easy to read, and then I had to kind of squint and make sure I was seeing it. Shizapoo. Shizapoo.
Shizapoo.
Is that a real name? It can't be real.
I mean, it's a real name tag. Like,
okay.
At Taco Bell, we used to put whatever we wanted on our name tags.
So he could just be dorking around then. Right?
He could, although I would assume he would do a more obvious joke if it's a joke, right?
Right. And he wasn't he wasn't particularly ethnic looking, or anybody whose last name would be Shizapoo or any kind of pronunciation of it. It was just some kid, and it was Shizapoo, and I couldn't get him out of my head. And to this moment, I'm still thinking about that guy. So
now
well
the
done.
Shizapoo is a you had one. Oh no, you had a Kaka Shizapoo.
Yeah,
right?
we had a neighbor. He had a Kaka Shizapoo, which is Shih Tzu, Poodle, Cocker Spaniel.
And
what else?
Or a cockatiel. Maybe it was a part bird.
Yeah, it was part bird. Yeah, so I haven't seen a Shizapoo in a while, but Shizapoo. He was there. Yeah. He was willing to sell me all kinds of licorice and shit up there. Whatever I needed.
Really?
Yeah, he was ready to roll. I think they get paid more if they can push you onto their extras. I really do.
I wouldn't think CVS would have a commission-based system.
I don't know.
Like the dress barn. I mean,
that's a good point. But
could I interest you in a $100,000 bar?
I mean,
what's it going to take to put you into some Reese's Pieces today?
If I had to guess, they get a bunch of. It's like movie theaters. You get a ton of money off the little snacks and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But whether they paid, Gordon Shizapoo any extra.
Whether he gets any extra money. A little more money in Gordon's pocket.
All right, so AV John, Check John says Shizapoo is a cross between Shih Tzu and Toy.
Shih Tzu.
Oh, he's talking about the dog still. I thought we were finding out this guy's name of origin or something.
No.
Okay, well, forget it.
No,
CVS
it's just
is
the
definitely
Shizapoo without the cock.
And I realize me saying that they'd maybe get paid extra is implying they get trained. I don't know if those employees are trained very much. They all seem pretty.
Know. By the way, hey, Scott's nephew, there you go. There's your...
Oh, hey.
Hopefully you're old enough to hear that sort of thing.
Well, he's 15.
Oh, he's heard worse.
He's okay.
Far worse.
Yeah, he's heard worse. Just don't... Well, his mom sometimes drops F-bombs, so I don't feel too bad. His dad, whatever. Owen, me and you, buddy. We got this. Yeah. Just between you and us.
All right, Unix Steven says they do. 5 to 10 cents for every bar extra.
Really? Is that true?
I don't know, because Disturbed Angel just says no, they just get yelled at. True Man Fu says no bonus, they just train the employees to upsell.
How do we know? How does anyone in there really actually know
Stoic
any of
Squirrel
this?
says CVS is definitely not commission-based. They just have no training for employees.
So what? So how do you guys know anything?
All right, somebody, if any of you have actual authority.
Yeah, we can't take the chat room's opinion on things.
Yeah,
Come on now.
No.
All right, we have an announcement.
I read their names.
We have an announcement. This Thursday, we make the rules here on the show.
That's right.
And we're doing a show Wednesday and Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But Thursday is not going to be a normal show. We're going to squeeze in an AM play date. So normal show time.
Yeah. Right.
We're going to have a play date instead of the usual thing. It's a little fun pre-Christmas, hang out and play some video games kind of thing.
Yeah, I think, and if we're alternating or if we're trying to mix things up, I think it's Among Us.
Yeah, I think Among Us is its turn.
Chris Among Us.
Yeah, Chris Among Us. Don't
Chris
they? I
Among
think they
Us.
have like Christmas hats and shit in there right now.
Oh, do they? There
think
you
so.
go. Nice.
I can't stop saying shit this morning. It's the shot. The shot did it.
Oh, the shot makes you say shit.
That's right. Owen, tell your grandmother that's why I say shit. All right. I guess. Wait, are you? She is. Yeah. Your grandma's my mother-in-law. Yeah. She'd judge me very harshly for dropping S words.
I'm sure she would. Yes.
All right. Let's. So yeah, that's the plan. Be here Thursday. It's for everybody. We're all going to play. It's going to be great, and we'll play Among Us and cycle people through, and it'll be a big blast. So we'll see you guys then.
A fun time shall be had by all.
Yeah. Between now and then, all kind of normal stuff. So
Yeah.
including right now, even though we're late, we're going to add Dunaway to this call. We're going to have some fun with him. We'll see what we have in terms of time after that for news. And then Steven Schleicher joining us. All the normals. It's all the usuals.
Sure.
We're not here to, shake things up too much. We don't want to freak you out. The music means that Brian Dunaway has joined us. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. Is that what that music means?
That's what it means. It's 100% what it means. Hey, I got a thing for you.
Brian,
go ahead.
You still like Jingle All the Way, Brian? Still like it?
I still love Jingle All the Way, even if you haters are in the house.
It's a bad movie.
The Twitter folks backed Scott and I up.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Discord folks backed you and Randy up. It's interesting. It's an interesting split. Like people use Discord, agree with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly, I actually got a lot of Twitter love, but they only tagged me and Randy because they were so afraid of your hateful statements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to do it. But yeah, I got some Twitter love, but it was mostly just with me and Randy tagged. I'll have to show that to you.
Well, I can't find it, but this is an important holiday or an important date in the history of South Carolina. I don't know if you know this or not, but this was the day in 1860 where they seceded from the Union.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Because we wouldn't, the Northerners wouldn't send your slaves back because you guys were letting all your slaves loose, and we wouldn't help you guys do that. And because of that, you guys said, "Fine, we're seceding from this union that we're in."
Thank you for your revisionist history, Scott.
Hey, I looked it up in the Lincoln Library. It's a real thing, man.
Oh, the Lincoln? You mean the Winners Library?
The Winners Library.
I guess it would say that. I guess the winners do get to
history
write
will always
history.
be. Yeah, exactly. History is written by the winners.
Yeah, and you guys had a whole thing on that. I looked at the document today. It's all scanned in. It's very old, but it also declared zero confidence in President-elect Abraham Lincoln because of his views on slavery. And you guys did
that's
not
not true. It was the stovetop hat. We didn't care for it.
Yeah.
It was the beard.
What's he hiding in there?
Yeah. His mole, all those things.
Stack of Pringles or something?
None of that worked.
It's a gun. Just kidding.
Well, it's good to have you here. We're going to play a game. You know how this works, but Brian's going to explain it to us anyway, and we're going to play it his way. So, Brian, tell us what we're doing.
That's right. Welcome to the Morning Squirm, a back-and-forth trivia game where our players will match wits on topics that would make Santa Claus toss his milk and cookies.
Oh.
Scott and Brian will take turns answering multiple-choice trivia questions, and if they get it wrong, the other player gets a point. The player with the most points after 5 questions wins the prize for their contestant, and we're going to pull our contestants from members of the Tadpole that ain't able to be here live. Nice. Scott, you're going to be playing for Luc Saint-Germain from St. Hubert in Quebec.
Is that LUC?
That's LUC.
Yes.
He's in the LUC. Up in Quebec. And Brian, you're going to be playing for Daniel H. in Sulphur Springs, Texas.
Nice. Sulphur
Right,
Springs.
well, let me just say first of all, stop posting links in the chat room to the lies.
It's the truth. Look, South Carolina's fine now.
The internet said.
And in Discord, by the way. He pasted
I put it in Discord.
Met anyone who's so afraid.
No. Listen, Dunaway. I'm doing this because I know that you guys aren't this now. South Carolina is a very nice place, full of wonderful people.
It really is.
Is.
I just like to kid. It's just fun.
Yeah. Well,
I like to kid. The subject is not funny, but being defensive is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a lot of changes have happened since 1860. Maybe not enough in some ways, but a lot of them have, and it's all fine.
Yeah.
In fact, you're out in front of the good new the new South Carolina. Brian Dunaway, tip of the spear. Well done.
Let me tell you something. It is a lot easier to push down racism when you are intermingled with other races that people would present you with stereotypes, but you observe that those stereotypes are not true.
Right.
And so it's a lot easier. I actually have more racist comments when people move to South Carolina who have never really been around any other race other than white folks.
Yeah.
They generally seem to have the hardest time. People who live here mostly, though,
No, they
I'm not
get
saying
it.
it's not racist. Oh my God, there's some, and they are hardcore.
Yeah,
but
they get it.
most of us,
Yeah.
no.
Most of you get it. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And go Panthers, right? Go Panthers.
Go
All right.
Panthers. We'll see how they do tonight.
Yeah, we'll
and
see how they
then
go
we'll
tonight.
see if we go Panthers after that.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they'll celebrate this event with a win. All right. Hey, Brian. Sorry, back to you.
Yes,
We're done with
no
that.
problem. Let's get to our prizes, by the way. First place winner today is going to get a copy of Hammerting and Nimbatus, the Space Drone Constructor, games on Steam. But our runner-up is getting Kill It With Fire, which I've heard of before and I know is a good game.
Oh, I have
So,
that game. That's a cool game. I reviewed it once.
Yeah.
It's very good.
So games for everyone playing.
Yeah.
All right, except for you two. Hey, I think Brian won last time. So Scott, we're going to begin with you.
Okay.
One of these perverted sounding city names is totally made up. The other three are real. Which one of these is the fake city name?
All right.
Is it Dick Johnson, Indiana? Is it Climax, Georgia? Is it Hyman Point, Rhode Island? Or is it Ball Play, Alabama?
Oh, man.
Those are all fantastic.
Three of those are real. One of those is fake.
The Hyman one.
Hyman Point, Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think there'd be somebody named Hyman that they would just name a point
A
after?
German guy. I am Hyman. Name the city after me, he says.
Well, I don't want to talk you out of it. That's absolutely correct. Well done. You get the point.
Good.
All right.
Good.
'Cause that seems like one that, even if it was, it wouldn't hang around too long. They'd get rid of it.
Right.
Right.
You know what that really means, right? That's what you would say when you see that sign.
That's right. By the way, last week we had a question about the largest number of legs on a millipede, and since that episode or since that quiz, they've discovered a millipede with 1,300 legs, which was your answer, Scott. So instead of it being a
Nice.
shutout last week with Brian 5 and you 0, it's now Brian 4 and you 1. So nothing changed.
Once
But,
again,
perfect.
revisionist histories.
Perfect.
That's see what happens when you create a Wikipedia page and put your own date on it?
Yep.
All right, Brian. In 1905, an experiment was conducted on a criminal who was executed by beheading. Merry Christmas, everybody. Researchers realized a decapitated person doesn't die immediately when the severed head did what? A. Did he ask why he felt so funny? B. Started to cry? C. Responded to people calling his name? Or D. Began coughing uncontrollably?
Is there anything sadder than the idea of the severed head crying?
You're right. Yeah, I'm
You know what
kidding.
I mean? Like
Whether it's
geez.
true or not. Yeah.
Ugh. What a
Why
horrifying.
did you chop my head off?
That's just horrible.
Can you say the top of that question again? Not
Sure,
the
I can.
answers again. Just
So
the question again.
1905, experiment was conducted on a criminal who was executed by beheading.
Right.
Researchers realized a decapitated person doesn't die immediately when the
Right.
severed head
Right.
blank.
Okay. And so it used to. One of the things they used to try to do even before then was like to get the head to blink. And it's like if your head comes off, blink. And they're like, and their person's like, I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm busy dying.
I'm
Thanks.
dying. No.
Busy right now. Thanks anyway.
Yeah.
Oddly, I just feel like the crying thing would just seem like the logical thing because you still have tear ducts and they're kind of independent of the rest of the body, and that sudden impact to your nervous system, I think it would send your brain into eye-watering experience. I don't think they're really
Sure,
crying
sure.
necessarily as much as just the eyes are watering. Possibly.
Okay.
Was it like a single tear like the Native American in those
Yeah.
don't litter ads?
Yeah.
All right. Is it started to cry? It is not.
Oh, damn.
A point for
It's like
Scott.
I'm going to guess.
Remaining choices. Asked why he felt so funny. C. Responded to people calling his name. Or D. Began coughing uncontrollably.
I'm going to go with the coughing one for some
A little
reason.
coughing fit.
It sounds horrible, but like
My neck.
you wouldn't have any air, so it'd be like No lungs are working.
Well, yes, I know. Native Italian. Yes, I know. It wasn't a wasn't a real Native American.
Yeah, it wasn't really Native American.
Wait,
yes,
who said?
yes,
oh,
yes.
your chat room. Sorry, I thought you were talking
That's
to
right.
me.
They're just correcting myself on the littering act.
We
Sorry.
were to believe he was a Native American. Go
That's
ahead.
right, exactly. Coughing uncontrollably is incorrect. No, he actually responded to people calling his name.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It is.
He couldn't turn his head to say, yeah.
Oh, I
talking
don't
to me?
like it.
You talking to me?
This reminds me of that dream where your head was on that chair.
Right? Yes.
Ugh, just blankly staring.
For whatever reason, I conflate that with the They Saved Hitler's Brain movie,
Right.
and I always imagine my head sitting on that chair speaking German.
I'd love
Mark
that.
Schnell! Mark Schnell!
They didn't need to perform that experiment. I pretty much could have just told them, yeah.
Yeah.
You can still, you're still going to be experiencing things for like, a very short, brief period.
Yeah, your synapses are still firing. All you've done is made it so you're going to very quickly have no oxygen in
Right.
your brain.
You're not getting any more new oxygen or blood to your brain.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
Let me let Tina know. I think our fence guy is here. Hold on 1 second.
He's the guy
Oh,
that's-
she's gonna fence a guy.
Yeah, no,
Sweet.
she's fencing a product. She's a product
Oh.
fencer.
Oh, okay, even
She
better.
takes stuff from the black market, resells it to kids. And,
Sorry, give me
high
1
school.
second here.
Yeah, got the old fencing.
Yeah.
Routine going there. She's you can make a lot of money on the side with the proper fencing.
Right. So what happened with the neighbors? I wonder is what I really want to know. Is it got to put up some new fences?
The wind blew them
Is
down.
it right?
So,
Okay. Well, I'm hoping Tina's. Oh, here he is. Yes. There. Hi, I am here. Can I go ahead and go into your backyard? Yes.
go to
Yeah,
my
say hello
backyard.
to my
I'm on
Rottweiler.
a Zoom call, but I'll be out in a second.
Release the hounds, Brian says.
Release the house.
Release the hounds. Okay, all right. Back to the thing here.
All right.
I think when we get Schleicher, I might dip out for a minute just to.
No worries. You got to make sure everything's going the way you want. It's all good.
Yep, exactly. All right. Let's get rolling here. Question number 3. This one is going to Scott.
Yeah.
Once a plane is airborne, the captain is your master now. Look at me. I'm the captain now. In fact, the captain of a plane is legally allowed to do all of these except for one. Can he A. handcuff people, B. take a last will of a dying passenger, C. write fines, or D. confiscate carry-on luggage for any reason?
I was hoping farts in the cabin was one of them.
You definitely can do that.
So wait, these are things that he can do himself.
Right. All of those things are things that he is legally able to do because he is the captain, the master of the skies.
Give me those one more time. Quick rundown
Sure.
of those answers.
Master of the skies. I didn't even think about that as I was saying it. Handcuff people, or take a last will of a dying passenger, write fines, confiscate carry-on luggage for any reason.
I'm going to say it's the will thing because why would you...
Take a last will of a dying passenger?
Yeah, like what are you going to do? Whip out a thing and take notes and like, okay, I got it all. And like, I don't think that seems like
Right. I was
Everything
flying the
else-
plane, but go ahead. Go
everything,
ahead. Tell me
everything
your
else
thing.
works for like safety of passengers, safety of the airline, safety of the flight, like, but except for that. So I'm going to say
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Is it take a last will of a dying passenger? No, he can do that. Brian, the remaining choices are handcuff people, write fines, or confiscate carry-on luggage for any reason.
How could he write fines? What kind of moronic thing is that? What, are you going to fine me for
I've
I don't know.
got some fines to write.
Farting in the-
You can see
you know,
on the
what's
left.
Right. I mean, once again, I don't think that was, the immediacy of writing fines doesn't seem like it would be necessary. It seems like that was something you would do after,
Okay.
as you leave.
So
Go
you
ahead.
say
Right.
fines.
You did not choose the chicken or the fish.
Oh.
That's a $10 fine.
Right.
Incorrect. He can write fines as well. What he can't do is confiscate carry-on luggage for any
That
reason. He does
shocks
not
me.
have.
I
He
would've
does not have
that
a
would've been the
search
one
and
thing.
seizure. A search and seizure.
Like if he
Yeah, search
thought it
and
was
seizure.
a bomb, you would think that would be the one thing
Well,
he could do.
Okay, but
You would think.
if he thought there was a bomb or anything close to that, he would just land the plane effectively confiscating everything because what else is he going to do? He's
Right.
not going to.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because what's he going to do? Go over there, go. I'll be taking your bag. I'm taking it up front with me. I'm gonna.
Exactly.
Now it all
The
makes
idea of
sense.
him
Now that you
freaking
say
licking
it,
his
yeah. But that
Like
I'll bet you that last will and testament thing is some ancient ass thing from like the 50s.
Right.
Like old
Right.
idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Some
I
old
can see him
lady.
licking his pencil and writing me a little. I'm writing you a fine, buddy.
Why? Okay, hold on. Quick question that you just brought
Yeah.
up. Why did anyone ever lick a pencil before doing something? Why?
Yeah, right. Like do you have to get it started like it's a
Yeah.
fountain pen? I can see like a fountain pen maybe getting the liquid moving,
Get
but
it
even
moving?
that.
Exactly. But pencils, when you see it in a movie, TV show, old stuff usually, someone goes and like dips their pencil
Yeah.
on their tongue and then starts writing. I don't understand what the hell that is.
I don't get it either. Yeah, it's really weird.
That's really weird.
It's to gross out Scott for film's sake. That's exactly right. All right, this one goes to Brian. In the
Hi.
midst hi. In the midst of his murder spree, serial killer Rodney Alcala went on a game show and won.
Ah,
Which game show did he appear on? Was it
yes.
The Dating Game, Wheel of Fortune, $100,000 Pyramid, or The Price is Right?
This is a pretty easy one for me because I listened to a huge documentary this past year, 3 episodes of a podcast about this, and he is the dating game killer.
Oh,
He
man.
absolutely is the dating game killer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Bachelor number 1, if you were a serial killer, what would be your weapon of choice?
What would you do with my
Oh,
body?
funny you should say that.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. All right, well done. That puts you ahead, I think.
No, it's 2 and
Even
2.
tied?
This is
Yeah.
it. Yeah. This
Oh,
is
we're tied.
Scott.
Okay, all right.
This is the best one for Scott to get. Oh my God.
All right.
Because
I'm ready.
his inclination. All right, here we go. We all love sitcoms and laugh tracks. When you find out, let's see, you won't be laughing when you find out that all shows use the same laugh track and A, the laughs were recorded so long ago all the people are dead. B, the original audience was made up of free labor and recorded in a prison. C, it's actually just one man and one woman laughing differently every time and spliced together. Or D, the less funny the show, the louder the editors make the laughs.
It feels like a couple of those could be true, but I'm going to go with all those people are dead.
Yeah, I know it's when I saw that answer, or when I saw that option, I should say, I thought, oh my God, it's absolutely the one he's going to pick.
Yeah, whether it's right or not is a whole other issue, but that
Right,
feels like
exactly.
The one.
All right, the last were recorded so long ago, all the people are dead. What? That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was in your hands, and you
Yeah.
did it.
it's exactly. So congratulations to Scott, and congratulations to Luc Saint-Germain of St. Hubert, Quebec.
Yeah.
You are getting some Steam games. I believe those Steam games can go across borders.
They
I
can.
think,
Yeah,
right?
they don't have
Yeah.
region locks, so you can do it anywhere you want. Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, there you go. Congratulations. Well done, everybody, including me.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And Dunaway there, you just, look, you can't win them all, dude. You can't just come in here and cream me
Yeah.
every week,
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to come back Wednesday, or how you doing this week? You good? You want to play with us again?
Yeah, I'm good Wednesday. Let's do some feud. I was good last Wednesday until somebody did something. I forget now.
I don't remember what happened. Was that the day I was what was that? Was I doing something that day that screwed up something?
Yeah.
What was it?
Oh no, Brian, you couldn't. You had a thing where you couldn't do.
Wrong. Last Wednesday, your internet was down. Y'all didn't go at all. And you
Oh, that's right.
Can you come back
Oh, right.
Thursday?
That's
It was
right.
AWS. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was
Scott's
Microsoft.
internet.
It was Amazon Web Services. We had nothing to do with it. Hold on,
Jeez.
before you go, we got. I want to drop a little Johnson here on everybody. Okay,
Ew.
I said
Look
little.
out,
So
back up.
Dunaway and I are doing something pretty cool behind the scenes. You may have noticed that the Boop Show went on kind of a month's hiatus for the month of December, and a lot of people are like, "What are these guys doing? What are they working on? What are they doing?" Well, I'm happy to tell you. I'm not going to give you the full jammy just yet because there's a couple things I want to make sure are up online before we do it. But me and Dunaway are in the midst of launching something very, very cool. And let's just say, if you are a fan of old video games, and I mean like NES era, all the way back to the original arcade stuff, and the stories about how those games got made, why they mean so much to so many people, why some of them are still iconic to this day, that sort of stuff. If any of that sounds interesting,
I can't wait to listen.
It's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. So
really good.
anyway, watch
Cool.
for more details by the end of this week, or maybe by even Wednesday. We'll have more up online so people can actually see it, and then we can get a proper promo out. But it's all coming together for the very first of the month or the first of the year, and
The first of the month.
kicking it off nice. So we'll let you guys know as we get closer. But I'm very excited about this.
Nice.
Brian
Stoked.
Dunaway, is there anything else you'd like to say to us today?
Monday through Saturdays right now through the month of December, I'll be streaming from 6 p.m. to about 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So catch me on the Twitch.
Yeah, he's a good time.
Give me a follow.
Yeah, he's been playing the old Genesis version of
Fantasy
Phantasy
Star
Star
4.
Yeah. That's a great game. Nothing wrong with
It's an
Phantasy
amazing game. I never played the Fantasy Star games until the beginning of last week, and now I'm hooked.
Star. Yeah, the Phantasy Star series, major influential game for a lot of stuff even we play today. Like there's a lot of DNA there for things like Destiny and I don't know, small teams doing cool stuff like in Diablo and getting loot and bringing it back and stuff you never heard of until like the PC era. But for whatever reason, Phantasy Star started twiddling that little thumb, that little finger early on there. So go watch Brian play that. That's what we're saying. All right?
Do it.
All right, Brian. Kiss our butts. We'll see you
Know
later.
you.
Know you. It's pretty quick with the know you.
No, you. Just have that lined up, ready to go.
Yep. Well done, everybody. We are going to now do, you know what we'll do? We'll do a single news story. That's what we'll do. Yeah, this will be fun.
Let's do that.
Got a little bit of the news, and it's brought to you by...
It's so we can have a sponsor. Mike Mignotillo says, I'm part of a weekly D&D stream called Age of Heroes over on the Back Patio Network. We stream Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/backpationet. The back catalog is all on YouTube. We're playing Shackled City, which is the first adventure path published by Paizo, who went on to create the Pathfinder system. I'm playing Tarathiel, the rascally elven rogue with emerging psychic powers, a taste for tacos, and an uncanny talent for losing fingers.
There you go.
That's check it out at twitch.tv/backpationet.
Now, if that name is at all familiar to people, or if you're wondering where these like recent spots are coming from, these are people on our Patreon. Basically went out there and said, hey, do you guys do projects on your own? You got an Etsy store? You got a show you want to promote? Let us know. And in that thread, people have posted their comments, and I put them here. Doesn't cost you a dime. Just a nice,
Oh, wow.
nice
So
little
support the
friendly
show
thing.
and plug your thing. I love it. I
Yeah,
think
so
it's
join
great.
our Patreon, patreon.com/TMS, and you too can have a little promo on the thing if you've got a
Nice.
project you're working on. And it doesn't matter how small or big. We don't care. We'll talk about it.
I don't care. Who's going to care? Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
Nobody cares. All right, here's your here's an irritating story.
Okay. Oh, no.
Toyota.
Is this going to trigger me?
No, it might. Well, it might. Toyota. You want it? You asked for it. You got it. Toyota's going to make it so you have to pay to start your car with your key fob. You know, you got remote starting of your car. You're out in the cold, and you're in the store, and you're like, brrr, and you start it, and then let it warm up a little before you go out there. They're going to start charging you that convenience.
What?
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So it says here, Toyota's charging drivers for the convenience of using their key fobs to remotely start their cars, according to a report on from The Drive. Toyota models 2018 or newer will need a subscription in order to key fob or get that key fob support to start your car remotely. Now, the fob isn't. You don't have to subscribe if you're just using it to walk up to your car and unlock your car.
Sure.
But if you're doing it remotely at all, it won't work unless you pay the subscription. I think this sucks, by the way. This really sucks.
It totally sucks.
As the Drive notes, this is this source that revealed this. Buyers are given the option to choose from an array of connected services when they purchase their new Toyota. And one of those services, called Remote Connect, just happens to include the ability to remotely start your car with your fob. Buyers are offered a free trial of Remote Connect, but the length of that trial depends on the audio package that is included in the vehicle. So if you get a fancy stereo, maybe you'll get a longer deal.
Yeah. I mean, there's a thing like that with the Kia, but it's for regular updates of the mapping system in the dashboard. So like it's got a big screen and you pay a regular fee to get those updates. And since I use the Apple Maps on my phone connected to it, with CarPlay, I don't pay for that. But man, what a crock.
I know a lot of companies regardless of their industry, are all trying to figure out a way to get recurring revenue in the form of subs.
Right.
That's just the hot new thing.
Everything wants subscription model.
Everybody wants a subscription, so I kind of get that. But we are now eking into territory, and I guess Chat's saying other cars, like there's some Chevys with it. There's they said Cadillacs. I guess new Cadillacs do this. This is a trend I absolutely freaking hate. And if I was in the market for a new car and it had a fob and part of that is remote or whatever, I ain't paying that, dude. No way.
Right.
F off. Out of principle. Yeah. I think it's fine that I like the tech, but F you. F off.
Right. The fact that I bought this car outright and you're going to charge me for the ability to do this. And I guess, like you say, it's part of a full package of other things that you get as part of it. And The Verge just wants to call out, well, we make you pay to remote start your car. Well, technically, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the way I look at it is this.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, that's like saying, you like that cup holder, do you? Well, if you want to put your cup in that cup holder, $3 a month for that feature, or else it's shut off like a steel bar. You can't use it or whatever. Right. I mean, that's extreme, but I don't like this nickel and diming, people. And I know there's massive revenue in it because people forget they sub to it, and it just comes out of the card every month, and they never know their. I mean, how many months did you not play World of Warcraft and forgot that you had $15 coming out regardless? Like, I get why they like this, but it's starting to feel skeezy.
It is. It totally is. It feels like the last bastion of where they haven't had a subscription service, and now it's kind of leaked into our cars that we pay for outright or pay a fee to purchase outright, you know?
It's, in some ways, I'm glad that we have that subscription as an option has worked out for so many parts of life, and that it's simple and easy and quick and cancel
like
anytime.
Patreon.com/Morningstar TMS.
Exactly, because you're getting something you value for your money, right? I'm all for that. But when you lock me out of a thing that's normally just part of the deal, they've been making key fob, remote, open door stuff, start your car stuff for how long? 20 plus 30 years? I don't know. Now you're going to to what end? Like, what are you actually what is that subscription subsidizing? There's nothing you have to do.
No.
They did what they had to do, which is make the fob, make the car. Your job is done. There's nothing to subscribe to.
Right,
off, take two of these fingers right up your buttholes. I don't like it.
That functionality works. You're just like putting it behind a door just because you can.
Oh, that's a good one in the chat. Ali Oop says, subscribe to a cooler fridge. Yeah, F that. You want your food really cool and really preserved?
Yes, right, exactly.
Subscribe to the Samsung Fridge Plus program. It's like, F off.
Well, you have an extra shelf in the door. You can only use it with this subscription service.
Oh, man, I have zero respect for any of this. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break on that note. And when we come back, Steven Schleicher will join us. A little bit of major spoilers going on. He's all done with grades. I want to hear how that went for him, because I guess it was a mess this year.
It doesn't sound like it went well.
No. But we'll get to that in a minute. Brian, you want to play a song in the meantime?
Yeah, we're going to New York City for a singer named Blake Morgan. Sounds like a country artist, but he's not. This feels like, boy, does this feel like some cool 90s rock. I totally dig this. There's a brand new video for this song. It's called Down Below or Up Above, and it pays homage to classic Hollywood era noir films. But aside from the video, the song is cool. It's called Down Below or Up Above. It's the first single from Morgan's forthcoming album, Violent Delights. And we know where that phrase comes from. Here's Blake Morgan, Down Below or Up Above.
I don't know, it might be fun. What do you think, Nick?
All right, but don't expect me to be amused. There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Get out of bed and stop being a loser.
Man who can catch fly with chopstick, accomplish anything. This is the Morning Stream.
So that guy's, what was his name again? Something Morgan? What was it?
Blake Morgan.
So that's a fun accidental mash thing, because you got Henry Blake, and then you got then you got Morgan, or what's his name?
Harry Morgan.
Harry Morgan. So you got Harry Morgan, real name, character played by McLean Stevenson, Henry Blake. So you got Blake Morgan,
Right.
And then they both
right.
were colonels in the same
Crazy,
MASH outfit.
yes.
Crazy, I
That is
say.
crazy.
All right. Anyway, sorry. What was that song again? So people. At home
That
can
song
find it?
again is Down Below or Up Above. It's a brand new single from Blake Morgan's forthcoming album, Violent Delights.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. That's what she said.
That is what she said. So I'll admit to being a little bit of illiterate in this particular case. I thought that line from Westworld was only from Westworld.
It came before that.
I
It was
had
like
no
a, it's
idea.
like
I had no
yeah.
idea. I'm embarrassed.
it's just the most recent place we've heard that phrase.
Yeah, I felt dumb not knowing that. But
Oh no, not at all. Don't
these violent
these violent delights have violent ends.
these violent misunderstandings have violent something like that.
Exactly.
All right, here you go.
Stephen Schleicher. Stephen Schleicher.
Hey, look who it is. It's Stephen Schleicher from Hayes, Kansas, and Major Spoilers, one of the great websites in the world that covers all things comics and stuff, other things, not just comics. Hey, Stephen, it's good to have you here. How are you? And I don't hear him.
Stephen.
He's
Hello.
muted. Stephen is
Yeah,
muted.
we're not even getting the green ringage of speakage.
That usually means muted.
That's right.
Oh, I heard a little something. Oh,
There
hello.
you go.
Oh, hi.
There he is.
There he is. Hi.
Yay!
Hi,
hear me
Steve.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
All right.
We
Yeah.
can even hear us through you now.
All right. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's weird. Your audio got all routed weird. I don't know what that's about.
Sound okay?
You're okay. You're a
now?
little chip
little
chop.
clippy, but yeah.
It could be Discord just farting around.
No, let me hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
I'll draw this out as long as I.
Okay. Yeah. You,
I mean, it's major spoilers. We'll get 2 out of every 3 words he says. It's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah. It's meant to be cryptic, so we don't spoil
That's right.
you on Spider-Man, which we will not be doing any of today.
There,
by
how's
the
that?
way. Oh, hi.
Oh, now much
It's okay.
better.
I don't know why I can't hear you guys.
Oh, you don't hear us?
It's so weird.
Oh, can you not hear us? We hear you. You know, hear
Yeah.
us.
Okay. How's that?
How
You hear
good? You
yourself?
hear us?
Yes. We don't hear ourselves. We just hear you, and you sound great.
Okay. Great.
Oh, good.
Let's do this. Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian.
Hi.
I've been up
Hello,
since 2 a.m. What
Yeah.
are you guys doing
Oh,
today?
pretty good. Hey, wait. If that were you up late because you were doing papers or what? What happened?
No, I just woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
and so
Brian does
finally,
that a
I
lot.
was like, I'm not going to toss and turn. Finally, at 4 o'clock, I'm like, I'm just going to get up and go do a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Did that help?
It's fine.
or-
I usually get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock anyway to go do a walk.
Oh my lord,
It's dark and cold.
Yeah, very dark and cold at that time of day.
Yeah.
Well, good for you though. You took a mountain or no, you took a broken cookie and turned it into sunshine.
You took lemons and you turned them into lemonade.
I couldn't think of it, so I used cookies and sunshine. I worked it out. Anyway, so I was going to ask you though. You did have kind of, I guess, you said in your message that grade
Yeah,
was
you
real
guys
bad
want,
this year.
let's do it. Let's do a test.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Brian,
Yes.
can you spell the word language?
Yes. Language.
I probably should have asked Scott first. Scott, do you
Yeah, you
agree
should.
or disagree with
I agree with his spelling. Yeah, I can spell language.
I literally had one paper. I don't want to embarrass this student if he may be listening. I shouldn't have even said he, but LAN
Uh-huh.
GWRIDGE.
Language.
Not once,
That's pretty
but
awesome.
every single time in the paper.
Oh no.
First I thought
Native.
maybe- you know,
like
one of those
native
things where-
speaker, like
yeah, he's-
English first language.
Yes, English
Okay.
first language.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought maybe somebody was playing a prank on him. You know, like you go into your phone and you have it autocorrect to something else.
mhm. Yeah.
But he had a bunch of other
Oh.
misspellings in the paper. So
Yeah.
It'd be
Did you-
great if that were true.
What kind of grade did we give Junior there? What'd you give him?
I think he got even though he did everything else right except for the bad spelling and grammar, I think he got a C on the paper.
Okay.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Maybe it was a D, but
You know, a D,
I
a
just
C will get you by, right? A C you can deal with.
yeah. So
Yeah.
at our university, so in order to, I mean, D is a passing grade, right? It's unacceptable in my opinion. I mean, it's below average. Unacceptable is a U. We've talked about that last week.
Right.
C is average.
Right.
So in order to graduate, you need to have, I think it's a 2.0 grade point average.
Mhm.
But in your major, you're supposed to have, in our major at least, we can set our own GPA. So we have our own GPA set at a 3.5.
Yeah.
So if you get a D in one of your major classes, you should really take it again.
Interesting. Are you looking forward to seeing some of these people next year?
No, they all hate me.
Aw.
That's too bad. Well, look, you see all kinds. You probably had some bright spot in that group, though. Somebody somewhere was like amazing, and you're like, man, the future's on their shoulders. Did you feel that way at all?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you feel like anybody really killed it and was amazing, and that they got great grades and an A or whatever?
Yeah. There's always really a bunch of sharp cookies, and even this particular student was very sharp and always interacted in class and everything. But and I was like, oh man, I'm looking forward to reading his paper and seeing how he did, and followed the APA style correctly, followed the formatting and the structure, did everything that was required of it, but his spelling was just
atrocious. Yeah. Well, welcome to the new age. Hey, Stephen, it's good to have you here. We are glad, and you're home all week, which is nice. You're off the semester, which is good. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Of course, the kids are home too, so that I don't know what that means in your life, but it might.
Well, it means I one of the additions of being awake at 2:00 in the morning is I can go pound on my son's door and say it's 2:30 in the morning. Go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed, kid. Spider-Man in the news, and we're not going to spoil a damn thing about it.
Nope.
Because I haven't seen it yet. Neither of a lot of you at home. And when we do, we don't want to know. So anyway, Spider-Man though broke all records. That's not a spoiler. That just happened. It's kind of funny, right? I mean, let's put a little asterisk by that because it made domestically $260 million in the United States, worldwide something like 543, something like that. Yeah.
I put the asterisk by there because it's the highest grossing movie in recent times. During pandemic, right? So it's a record breaker there.
Yeah.
And seeing that number is very surprising and very exciting for a lot of people. But it makes me think back to the very first Spider-Man movie when it came out. I forget what year it was,
2000,
but it made $115 million in its opening weekend,
or 2000,
and that was the first movie to reach that number in the shortest amount of time. Now, of course, everybody has blown past it, but I just feel like maybe a little bit of spoiler for people that we've kind of come full circle in that sense because of we're kind of repeating ourselves throughout history. So
sure, a little bit of that going on. That movie, by the way, 2002. There we go. I was wrong.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Spider-Man turns out popular property there. You know, people like it. Even the Garfield ones, which people were kind of sour on, those had huge openings and did well.
I like him as an actor. I liked him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like him a lot actually. I think
if you haven't seen what is it, Tick Tick Boom? That's a great thing on. Is it on Netflix right now? It's
on Netflix. Yeah, it was my recommendal last week. It's so good.
It's not based on the song that tick tick or tick. Boom.
No, it's a movie adaptation of a one-man play by Jonathan Larson, who was the guy who wrote Rent.
Oh, that's right. Yep, you did review this.
I did.
Yep, I wrote it down. Here it is. It's on my list now. I'm going to see this film. Oh, yeah, look at
right after Loki.
Right after Parasite.
Right after Loki, Parasite, and the 4 other things you all think I haven't seen. Well, that's great, Steven. But good for them, I guess. Like, what do you think it means in terms of, we already know there's like more movies coming with Holland in it, but this ends like the big 3 movie arc, and I don't know. Is this a separation from MCU a little bit? I've heard speculation that it will now be Spider-Man off doing very Spider-Man things and very Sony things, and not so much, hey, there's Slappy or Flappy or whatever his name is again, or here comes Doctor Strange. Like, we're not going to have these mix-ins and crossovers so much in the next 3.
Sure, maybe that. Typically with the title character in a movie, they usually sign them for 3 movies, and then if they want to do it again, they have to back a big old truck of money up to their house so they don't get typecast.
Sure.
During the very first premiere, that was like last Tuesday or Wednesday. For the before all the embargoes and everything listed, Kevin Feige had said, hey, this is Amy Pascal's thing. If she wants to do another Spider-Man movie, it's totally her call to do it. And from the way I gathered it, she was just kind of like, no, this is where we're going to wrap up stuff. But then on Friday, after all the buzz was generated, it comes out to say, oh no, we're actively working together, Marvel Studios and Sony, for more Spider-Man stuff.
Okay, so that probably means that they'll be fine with crossovers and stuff. It just, from what I had read, and this was pure speculation, and I remember where I saw it, Empire Magazine, or somebody was saying, this would be the time Sony would retreat a little bit and not not have to have, so much, not interference, but so much involvement from Marvel and Disney. And they never really wanted to do that anyway. So here's a chance for them to take this momentum and do something themselves. And all I could think of was, well, I think that's a bad idea. I think you should embrace where you're at and be glad you're in the damn MCU, because that's kind of where your money is. So anyway, I want to see it.
I don't know. I think, Venom did very well. Venom 2 did very well, considering the state in which it was released. So I think the Sony handling of the Spider-Man properties is fine. I mean, they got Spider-Verse, which is, its own thing. It's got a couple of movies coming out next year.
See how they do
make a big
with
money.
Morbius. Yeah, isn't there a
Morbius.
Craven the Hunter's in the works?
That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's still progressing or not.
And that's a Sony deal, though? Because they have all the stuff on the Spider-Man.
Yeah, they have all the Spider-Man stuff. So if it's related to Spider-Man, it's over at Sony.
So do you think they'll ever do, like, with the growing popularity of things like Suicide Squad and Guardians, where it's kind of like, hey, where's our goofball offshoots kind of anti-hero types? What are they up to? Do you think the Sinister Six thing gets rebooted? Because they were doing that, and then they pulled plugs. Like, I still think the Sinister Six film would be
possible.
great.
And I think it would make a great movie.
Yeah, I would love that.
I mean, there's a Spider-Man movie in theaters right now.
Yeah.
That features, let's see, that we know, again, not spoilers, everybody, because it's in the freaking trailer.
It's in the trailer.
Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Electro, Sandman.
Yeah.
So, Sandman is not. Is it Electro,
Sandman.
or am I thinking Shocker?
No, it's Electro. Yeah, it's Jamie
And
Foxx.
so, we're kind of almost there.
Yeah, you just need a couple more. Get Rhino back.
Sinister Two-Thirds.
Sinister.
Fearsome Four.
The Sinister
Oh wait,
Two-Thirds.
did you mention because you see Green Goblin in the trailer as well? Or did you say him? Yeah.
Yes.
So wait, who's the other goblin? Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
Yeah, you could do that. Isn't that his son, or what's the deal there? Okay.
Yeah.
One was his son. One was Ned Leeds.
Okay.
Another one, wasn't it? Ben Riley? Not Ben Riley. Wasn't it his son? Somebody that worked at the Daily Planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Uncle Owen? No, what's the uncle's name? I can't think of his name. Uncle Ben would be proud, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. With great power comes many, many villains. All right.
And Wild Rice. And
you know what I like, though, and I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really say for sure, but from what I'm hearing, this is the first time where I feel like a superhero movie really nails we're going to have a ton of villains in our movie. Usually that's a problem, like including some of these characters in the movies they were in.
Yeah, I was going to say, like Spider-Man 3 in Tobey Maguire era was such a mess because they tried to jam Venom and Green Goblin and Sandman in there.
It's just overloaded. Like it was just too
really
much.
was,
and
I mean, that goes back to the Batman Returns, right? With Catwoman and Penguin, and then it just kind of blew up from there, where everybody had to have multiple villains in their movies, and that does
Two-Face and Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy and
even Nolan had too many, I would argue, in some of his, but it can be done right, and it sounds like this is a place where you've not only got the story to justify it, but just really well directed and smartly done. So
I think they did a really good job with that. I will say, as someone who's seen the movie, they did a very good job with all those villains.
So, Steven, when you and I are watching this on streaming in a year,
March 8th.
March?
What the suspected streaming date is going to be.
Well,
that's
so
great.
How many days is that? Because
it's 90.
Okay, because I was going to say, if we're going by that 45-day rule that a lot of them are dealing with, it's only if the movie makes less than
exactly right.
Weekend, so it's
definitely
like,
more than the 45.
3 months.
But it's funny, when we were all kids, when all three of us were all kids, a new movie, big hit movie would come out, like, I don't know, E.T. or something, and it wouldn't hit VHS for like a year.
A year plus, because it had to. In the old days, the distribution outlet was first run theaters, second run theaters, which would be your dollar theaters, then airline release, then cable. And then after that, it would be VHS or home. Back in our day, it was like go get it on 3/4 inch or beta or whatever.
Sure.
And then after that, it would be over the air stuff. So it could be a while before that happened. But then again, we mentioned Batman. Batman was that first one where Warner Brothers was like, okay, first of all, we're going to get this out, because that came out that summer and it was available for purchase in November. So like 3 or 4 months later.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of pissed off a lot of people because they jumped over the traditional distribution chain. And in addition to that, most movies prior to that release of Batman on VHS, they were like $80 to $100. I spent $100 of my own, 10-year-old money to buy Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right? I know. It's just crazy to think that. Yeah.
And then Batman drops, and it's like $20, $25.
Yeah.
And no wonder Warner Brothers made a crap ton of money off those VHS sales that holiday season.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know who's having a really good pandemic, in my opinion, is that Zendaya. She seems to be doing just fine. Well, Omicron might be as well, but she's kicking butt, man. Look at her. She's got the Dune. She's got this. She's got her TV show coming back for another season. A very hard show to watch. I have a hard time with it.
That's what I hear. Yeah, we haven't watched any of it. But,
you know the McSteamy guy? Not McDreamy, but McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy? The kind of.
I know there's a person named McSteamy. I don't know who it is. I do know McDreamy, but I've never seen a single episode of Grey's Anatomy. So
well, McSteamy came later, some seasons in, but he was like the next hot doctor guy. Anyway, he plays a guy in that show she's in, and I can't even look at him. A picture of him now because he's so horrible.
Really?
In that show.
No! Wow. Okay.
Oh my gosh, he is no longer
Rocket
McSteamy.
Raccoon guy.
It's
Oh, did he play Jamie? Dice Tomato says he played Jamie Madrox in X3 Multiple Man.
Did he? He might have.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, he did. That's him. He's older now, but McSteamy, more like McSweaty, but he's got like he just really that character. If you ever get around to watching that show, I don't know, you may, and I'm not even sure I recommend it. It's just a really hard watch. I don't think I'm in for season 2. It's just too hard. Okay, where are we now? Hey, Steven, also there's a new version of Demio out. The cool.
Did I see it?
No,
I know. I haven't played.
on?
I barely played the second or the first expansion, which I heard was really good.
There's a third expansion out. It gets us out of the dungeon. We're now out in the wild, right? So
really?
we're dealing with adventure stuff. There's a new class. The Bard class has been added. I forget who the big bad is, but she kind of looks like some kind of a elven person or fae character is the big bad in this. It all came out last week on the 15th, so you can go onto your Quest and download that. And then the other big news that they announced, which I'm very excited about, you would be too, Scott, I think, is that the PC edition is, I think it's almost done or it's out there, but the big thing that they're adding to it is cross-platform play. So let's say you have a Quest, and then there's another person who wants to do a charity stream whose Quest isn't working, and he also wants to play along. Well, he can log in onto the Steam version, and he'll be able to play with the virtual people at the same time.
So
that's awesome. That's almost like exactly what happened to us when we tried to do that very thing. Very cool.
They talked about doing a non-VR port or something.
Yeah, that's the PC one, yeah.
Okay, so it's not here yet, but it looks like it's coming.
And it'll give some other functionalities as well. One of the other things that's coming up is hanging out in the basement, which the basement is really going through a whole overhaul.
Oh, really? They're remodeling the basement?
Yeah, like there's a stand-up arcade that you can actually play and some other things too.
Oh, wow. Here it is, PC edition. So this comes out April. So we still have a ways on that. Yeah. I'm very excited about that just because I think it'll open it up to a lot of people that don't have headsets, and mine's broken and I don't want to buy a new one, so I'm kind of...
I know some people have really enjoyed, Jury and Brushwood and some of their group get together and were playing prior to, I think, before Justin moving to Austin. They would play their mini golf QR in the Quest.
Yeah.
But man, Demio is like, I think more people need to try it. It feels like the killer app for VR.
Yeah.
I would love to get even a monthly regular stream, with three of you guys, especially when the PC one comes out. Scott, we can get you in there.
In a heartbeat.
If you find a great, you might find a great Black Friday deal or Christmas, or I guess not Black Friday, but Christmas deal for a Quest.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, I've been looking.
Boxing Day after Christmas sale. Right, exactly.
I've been looking, but my expectation is, I could be totally wrong on this, and supply chain issues may affect it, but I think a Quest 3 under the meta name will probably happen next year early, and so I don't want to be.
Soon,
I don't want to be.
They're busy scratching all the Oculus Quest off the front.
Yeah, they're getting the name all off of there.
Sharpie in.
Get a brand new logo. Yeah, right.
Because they're going to be doing, it'll all be meta branded, but they're due for a refresh, and I don't want to suddenly get a 2 and go, oh,
Yeah.
shit, here's the 3 or whatever.
But see, here's the thing, though. Yeah, they'll come out with the 3, but the 4 could be right behind it. So maybe you want to hold off and wait and get the 4.
Well, no,
when
the 4 would be
eventually
like a
comes
year
out.
behind it. See, that's the whole idea is you want to get it. You don't want to buy it and then 2 weeks later the new one's out. That's the worst feeling.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you don't want. I mean, that 4 could be just right behind it. Maybe the 5 could be.
No, but see, that's the point. It's like at least a year apart. I would know that. So if something launched
Maybe.
and they said, "Here's the 3,"
I mean, is it?
I'd go, "Oh, it's the 3. Then we get the 3 because that gives me at least a year with this investment, not 2 weeks with this investment. F that."
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
I wouldn't do that. That'd be dumb.
I am actually interested in seeing what version 3 of that looks like because I've found, and I don't know if this holds true with you guys as well, but with technology, usually by the time they hit version 3 of any hardware, that's when it feels like, oh, they've got this down and they know what they're doing. Finally.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I actually do think there'll be quite a few innovations, and I hope one of them is it's super light and less bulky every time they revise it. So more of that, please. That'd be cool. All right. Well, other than that, I guess that's it. Are you watching anything cool this weekend? You got any big plans for your Christmas entertainment?
Well, I don't know about this weekend. I'll probably continue at the first. I watched the first episode of The Witcher.
Oh, how's the first impression? How's it look? I've been hearing good things.
I mean, I thought it was as solid as the first season, although this one seems to be a little bit more time locked compared to the previous season.
Yeah, the other one was all over the place time wise.
And a little bit of a spoiler. It's very much Beauty and the Beast for the first episode.
All right. Who's the Beast?
Ron Perlman.
I would be down for that. That would be fine. I keep hearing. I've been hearing really good things though. Like for a lot of people, but they're ripping through it and they feel like this is a stronger entry for the series, that they really found their footing, and they got a bunch of extra shit on Netflix right now. You can go browse through like origin stuff that's like animatics and scanned imagery of origins of monsters and the timeline they're in, and kind of Witcher timeline stuff. I haven't looked at it all, but I've seen it up there. So I think they're really making a push to make this like their Game of Thrones level, addicting product.
And certainly Superman is totally into it. He's a big old nerd like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So I don't get the feeling after the release of season 2 that he wants to move on to something else, although he is doing what's his next big thing that he's doing? He's doing another nerd property.
Yeah, it's hold on, I know this.
I forgot what it is. It's not Warhammer.
No.
He plays Warhammer, but I can't remember his next big thing.
Henry Cavill. Let's just look real quick. I heard about this and I went, "Oh, no way, that's perfect." And he like wanted to do it, or like petitioned to get the job.
Really?
Where is it? Okay, here we go. It's not Squadron 42. That's what everyone else is in. Let's see. Highlander, that's it.
Yeah,
Highlander. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing a Highlander revamp.
Really?
Film. Yeah, and he'd be the Highlander. Oh.
Ooh, that's not bad. I like that.
I like Henry Cavill a lot, so I'm all in.
Yeah.
The guy builds PCs, builds PCs and fills himself doing it on Instagram. It's amazing.
Does he really? I didn't know that.
He's amazing.
It's great. Just see these big old ripped muscles lifting up the PC and setting it down and getting in there and working on everything.
Does he have a mustache when he does it? Or?
No. This is post all that.
Dude, when you say that, I immediately pictured him in that bathroom going after Cruz and cocking his arms as he does it. You remember that scene?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got some guns, man, and even he's got the PC that he's working on in the video that Scott's talking about is a pretty heavy, beefy machine, and you see him lifting that up and maybe doing a little flex for them.
He takes that stuff pretty seriously, though. He's like, and he probably, being who he is, he's probably having no trouble getting video cards like everyone else is. But he's a nerd, wants to sit around and play his video games, and he's as much playing The Witcher as he is playing The Witcher. So, it's kind of a weird way of saying that. Anyway, Steven, I want to wish you and yours nothing but a Merry Christmas this week. We hope it's great for you there.
I hope so too. I've still got like 3 gifts waiting to arrive, and I know one of them is going to be late, so someone's going to be, I don't know, they're all getting a lot of presents, so they won't be too disappointed.
Well, one thing you need to make sure to do is increase your water intake. I can't think what that's called, though. That's got a name to it.
Oh, yes. Everyone have a Merry Christmas and stay hydrated.
Oh, bye.
There it is.
There it is, his signature exit.
There it is.
All right. Let's get in here and do another thing. Real quick. Where did it go? I lost it. Where is it? I can't find it. I had a thing I needed to play, and now I don't know where I put it. Well, we're going to play the mashup no matter what, but I'll figure out the other thing in between. All right, so Jamie's been working on these end of year things, right? Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen Brian's yet. I know it's coming.
Yeah, it'll be next Monday probably, or
might even be. Let's see. Has he put it in here yet? Nope. Might even be before the end of this week. I'm not sure.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But we'll start with mine, and I have no idea what's in this. I just want to preface it by saying I apologize for anything dumb I said this year. If I really offended anybody, it was never my intention.
Apologize to your nephew is really what you need to do.
Yeah.
Pre-apologize.
Yeah. Oh, and if you're still in the chat, just, these are out of context, all taken from time. And I haven't heard it yet, so I don't even know what I say. All right? I just know what this feels like. So we're just going to play it. Here's the best of 2021, Scott edition. Sorry, YouTube, I have to mute you because apparently there's stuff in here that'll get us in trouble over there. So I'm going to unmute. That's amazing.
Wow. That's fantastic.
I don't, there's a couple in there that I have real regret about that I said, but
only a couple?
Yeah, just a couple. It's pretty bad. Brian's is on its way, so don't worry. We'll hear what that sounds like.
My embarrassment is shortly yet to come.
Yep. Well done, Jamie. TMS Mashups on Twitter. Give him a follow. Guy does amazing work, and a few years in a row now, he's done these amazing end of year things, and we love it. So keep up the great work there, Jamie. He's the man. All right, Brian, I believe
by the way, great to hear Weinzerpel at the top of that clip.
Oh, yeah, way to go, Garrett. He didn't hint at all. I had no idea he was doing that. I wonder who we get for you. It might be somebody different. I don't know.
I can tell you it's not going to be Rita Wilson.
Okay. Well, that's too bad because she's pretty much good for whatever
she's too busy. She can't hook up a microphone when she's writing Tom Hanks' coattails. It's too difficult to.
Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult.
Hook all that stuff up.
Really difficult for her. By the way, Brian and I were so correct on Saturday's Film Sack about Jingle All the Way being just a objectively bad film.
Yes.
That we got all kinds of people writing this on Twitter and other social media saying, you guys are absolutely right, that movie sucks. On the Discord, it's a little more weighted the other way. People think we're wrong.
Yeah, I mentioned that when Brian Dunaway was here. That was during the show.
Yeah, you did. But the reason I'm bringing all this up is...
Oh, okay.
I want to have like an official TMS response. Are we wrong to say that Jingle All the Way is bad?
I don't think we're wrong to say it that way. I think we might. Well, somebody in this stream, I'm not going to say who, might be wrong to say it's made for kids and dumb people.
Yeah, I did say that. I take that back. I still say it's made for kids, 100%. And if you were a kid when that movie came out and you have fondness for it, I totally get it. I got plenty of movies from my era that I thought were great that's probably not great today. I get it, right? But if you were an adult when that movie came out and you adore that movie, I need to understand.
We'll check your taste at the door. We'll check your movie taste at the door.
Yeah, leave your tongue at the door is what we're saying.
That's right.
All right, that's it for the show. I want to remind some folks that we love them because they support us on our Patreon, patreon.com/TMS. People like Bill Warnke. Okay, got that right. Close to it.
Yeah.
He is at the grade A plus level, which is a level we love the most. So you get all kinds of stuff for that.
He's one of my favorite people.
Mine too. Michael Bowen also joining us at the Deal Me In level. And of course,
I like him okay.
Yeah, he's all right. And Chris Wallakatis.
Not an extra K in there.
Wallakatis.
Damn it. Now you have me doing it.
Wallakatis. Also supporting us on there. We appreciate you three much more than I'm good at doing your names. And if you want to be like them, join us, patreon.com/TMS. You get this commercial-free version of the show every day with bonus content at the top and bottom. You get stuff in the mail. You get all kinds of bonus content by joining us there. So do it. You get a whole show every week that's like out of nowhere. No one else gets it but you. There's no reason not to join. It's super cheap. New month coming, new year coming. Time to get on. Patreon.com/TMS. Okay, I think that's it. Do you have anything else, or should we just go? Are we done?
I have nothing else, Scott. I've spent it all. Actually, there's going to be a soundography, I think, today, or there's going to be one going up on the feed. I can't remember who it is. It's somebody. It should be a really good episode because I really totally remember it.
Yeah.
It is
think
let's
you told
see. The
me.
Birds went up. 1996, the year in music. So we talked about the entirety of 1996 and all the incredible music that came out that year.
I didn't know that was known for being a great year for music. I guess it is.
Well, it's not every year has something, right?
Well,
Something
sure.
great.
But
And
was
it
it
just
like-
happens we landed on 1996. It wasn't because it's overly special, but we've already done, 1971 and 1984 and 1969 and all that. So
Did you know it was February of that year that former Milli Vanilli band member Rob Pilatus was hospitalized when a man hit him over the head with a baseball bat in Hollywood?
I did not know that, and we didn't talk about that in the show, so consider that a bonus track right there.
Pilatus was apparently trying to steal the man's car, it says here.
Oh,
I don't
man, those
remember
guys fell so hard after they got shamed for their lip sync scam.
It was bad. It was bad. Bad
Scandal.
time.
Yeah.
But also that was when Madonna announced that she was 4 months pregnant by Carlos Leon, her boyfriend and trainer.
Oh,
So, yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Dancer
Important stuff
Carlos
in music.
Leon.
Yep. All right, that's it for all that. Brian, play us a song out so we can go.
Let's close out with the fence guy is calling me right now. Fence guy.
Oh yeah, fence guy.
Michael Miller wrote in and said, sensational and bravo. Nice.
Oh.
I'm requesting Come Together by Leah Moraccioli from the Beatles cover master. I'm not a big Beatles fan, but to me, this cover is good. The element that adds another step of coolness is that he recorded this in the Abbey Road studios. No specific request date on this. Anytime you have an opening will work. And I wonder if Paul McCartney ever had a fish sandwich.
Oh, I bet he did. And if he did, he would have said...
Is it too early for me to get a fish sandwich, boys?
It's almost better than how long it's taken me to find the damn thing. Why can't I find it? Wait, is this it? No. No.
Hey, it's too hard to get a fish sandwich.
There it is.
There it is right there.
Got it.
Excellent. All right. This is Come Together performed by Leo Moraccioli and his Frog Leap Band. It's fantastic stuff. It's on Leo Metal Volume 36. Yes, people, he has had 36 volumes of his metal covers of rock songs. It's great stuff. Here's Leo, Come Together.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I hope you have a very happy birthday.
Are you, so your guy